and then Rays baseball pregame at 1:30, and then you have 2:10 first pitch. So let's see. A lot of texts coming in about the stadium. We'll get more into that. Hopefully we'll get a bigger update on that. But tomorrow, a lot of people always have feedback on the stadium anytime we talk about that. If you missed the email that was leaked from Ken Babby to the county administrator, Bonnie Wise, we covered that in the previous segment, and it'll be up for you on iHeartRadio. You can listen to the podcast version of the show. When we do a 1-hour show, it flies by. We don't get a lot of time. Do we have an update yet, Tim, on the NHL playoffs? You said we don't have exact times, but you do have a little bit of information for us that just came out.
Correct. No update as of yet. I did see that there is rumors that the Bruins and Sabres are going to be playing on Saturday, that the Canadiens and Lightning are going to be playing on Sunday. But again, nothing's official, all rumors, and they are from quote-unquote insiders. So we'll see.
Yeah, we think we're going to get the 3 o'clock game on Sunday is what we think. Again, nothing set in stone. There is a concert at Benchmark International Arena on Saturday, so I don't expect the Bolts to be playing Saturday. So we think that rumor is end up going to be true. I did get duped on Twitter. There was this is what I hate about Twitter, is that you can get fooled by anything. And I told you this when you came in today. I go, can you believe the scheduling conflict Buffalo is having? And it turns out it's not true. I thought they were having scheduling issues because of a Tate McRae concert in the Wiggles.
That would have been hilarious.
I was like, this is the most Buffalo thing ever. Their team hasn't been into the playoffs in like 30 years or whatever. It's been a long time, like 15 years. I was like, the Wiggles? Like Tate McRae, I get it. Okay. The Wiggles? Like, you can't move this? Turns out, as I'm preparing the show and, I knew we were going to talk about this, I'm like, all right, let me look this up real quick. And I go to the website for KeyBank Arena or whatever it's called. It was fake. It was a parody account. It duped me. And you know what's funny is Sam Cohn and I from the Pat and Aaron Show, we were talking about it this morning. And I told him, I'm like, I can't believe. He goes, I can't either. I think they might have been talking about it this morning on the morning show. I'm not sure. I didn't hear it.
Oh, Sam.
Basically, just judging by the conversation Sam and I had, made me think that maybe they talked about it this morning.
Oh, no.
I texted Sam and I go, it was not real news. It was a parody account. So I don't know if they got duped or not. I didn't get to hear them say it on the morning show. It just felt like with my conversation with Sam this morning, they were talking about it. But it turns out there's no Wiggles show. So sorry to disappoint you, Tim. I know you were going to go to Buffalo for the Wiggles show.
So excited about that.
So you're not going anymore because it's not actually happening. But it looks like the Bolts are going to play on Sunday. I can't wait. I hope they do get that 3 o'clock slot. Gives us time to get everything done, run all of our errands, sit down for some playoff hockey, which I always love, me some good old-fashioned playoff hockey. And we did get some news. Noah Dobson, who's the best defensive player for the Montreal Canadiens, Tim, he's gonna be out for at least 2 weeks. Maybe if it goes 6 or 7, he could maybe play, but it looks like he's gonna be out.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big loss for the Canadiens, especially on their back end, which is not their strong suit to begin with anyway. The Canadiens are best on offense. The rest of it is not great. I even sent you the thing earlier today about the goalies from Montreal. All three of them have a combined 3 playoff games experience.
Yeah, that's insane. And Vasilevsky's played like 120 playoff games. Where is you sent me a thing with the matchups and the seeding. Where is that?
Yeah, I tweeted that out last night. I said, I can't believe we're talking about how bad the playoff seedings have been, everything of that nature. And come to find out that when you look at the points and how it would have been set up 1 to 8, that the 7th and 8th teams are actually facing each other based on points in the Eastern Conference, which is absurd. That should never happen.
See, my complaining, my whining and crying and bitching over the last couple of days has been for good reason. Because you have the 1 team playing the 6 team, you have the 2 playing the 5. Tampa is essentially the 3 seed. They're playing Montreal, who was essentially the 4 seed. Pittsburgh is the 7, playing Philly as the 8. The new system makes no sense. Really, we should be playing Ottawa. And I like a matchup against Ottawa more than I do Montreal. Now, Noah Dobson being out makes it a little bit more favorable for the Lightning. Like you said, he's the quarterback of the team, essentially, from the blue line. But the play, it makes no sense, the 3 playing the 4. And when you look out west, there's a good chance the 2 best teams in the NHL are going to play each other in the second round. They cannibalize themselves, and they ruin the best possible conference final matchups. And I just think the NHL has to do a better job.
Like, I understand them wanting to keep the division rivals and everything alive with that. But, again, I want to see the top teams play in the Eastern Conference Finals, not in the first round. That doesn't do anything for me. It just knocks out a potential Stanley Cup winner.
Well, and it's like you look at Vegas Golden Knights when you look at them out west. They have an easier path than the number 1 seed. And if Vegas was in the East, they would be the 10th best team. They wouldn't even be in the playoffs. So it's absolutely a mess. What happened, Tim? You all right over there?
Yep. As soon as you said that, it's when my finger hit the button. So
you trying to send us out early? You don't want me to go on to the right time? You want me out early here? The inside pitch with Ronnie Lane coming up next. He's going to get you ready for Rays baseball. They go for another sweep. Be 2 sweeps in a row. They can sweep the White Sox coming off of the sweep from the Yankees, and then they got Brandon Lau and the Pittsburgh Pirates this weekend. So stay with WDAE for Inside Pitch coming up next. If you missed anything on the Nick Wise Show, a shortened show,